Hey guys, what's up? Josie back again, and welcome to the Vikings versus the Vikings versus Cleveland. The Vikings versus the Cleveland Browns. And let's get to it. Let's get to this matchup, because despite the Browns somehow still being awful, which is kind of a respectable trait, right? You have to be consistent in something. The coaches from every sport is always like, let's be consistent, and the Browns have done that. They've done something that no team could be. That this is a team that's been getting under 5 wins for what, 2 decades? This team is legendary. Tom Brady is sure he might get a Super Bowl every other year, but the Browns preach consistent. They drive it forth. Doesn't matter who their quarterback is, year in, year out. This team is consistently a bottom feeder. That is something, I tell you that. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the injuries, like always. So I'm going to start with the Browns this time, as they have some pretty big name injuries coming into the week. So let's do it first. The players that did not participate at all. Their defensive lineman Trevon Coley. Myles Garrett has a concussion, did not participate in practice. I'm assuming he's going to be out, which sucks because he's the best player on the defense. And I want to see Riley Reef or whoever start playing left tackle, or Mike Remmers against Myles Garrett. But it looks like we probably won't get to see Myles Garrett, which sucks, but that's football, right? And another big name, they're probably actually their best player on defense. The most fun to play was to Myles Garrett, but their #1 corner, they're actually good player on defense. Jason McCourty. He has an ankle injury, did not participate. It's an ankle injury, so usually players would play through that, so I would hope so. It's McCourty. I'd imagine he's be playing to hopefully get on a different team. But if he doesn't play, well, then Adam Thielen will probably have himself a heyday. But if he does play, and if he plays like 90% or so, it'd be a good matchup. Him on Thielen, with him a little bit slowed down. I'm sure Thielen's not 100%. He's being targeted like crazy and getting lots of hits. So it should be a good matchup on the outside. Now another player, their defensive lineman Larry LMAOIJRIOJBD, did not participate. And another one, their rookie this year, another one of their first or second round pick, Jabril Peppers, he returns kicks. He has a toe injury. So your boy Jabril Peppers, I believe he's from Michigan, has stubbed his toe, so he might not be playing. A few other players that are limited in practice. The #1 receiver, not on the stat sheet, but on their depth chart, Kenny Britt. Linebacker James Burgess Jr. James Collins Sr., another linebacker, was limited. And full participation was their wide receiver Sammy Coates. So not like any of these matter at all, because they're all kind of garbage. Regardless, and they won't make a big contribution at the end of the day, because I'm expecting a blowout, really. Let's go to the Vikings, and of course we have some big ones. We have Sam Bradford's of course out. Riley Reef did not participate. Jeremiah Searles did not participate, and Stephen Weatherly did not participate. Like he matters at all. Riley Reef's a pretty big name, especially if Myles Garrett somehow plays, but I kind of doubt it. It'll be a good chance to see how good our backup is there with Rashad Hill, because he played fine last week. Jeremiah Searles being out isn't a bad thing, because we have depth behind him, whether it's Nick Easton, who is limited in practice, or I think our best option at left guard, Danny Isidora, and we have a really good shot at making our team better by having an injury there, because I really like Isidora. I don't know why they have Searles above him on the depth chart, because I think Isidora is a beast. Some more. Limited Mackenzie Alexander. Limited Tremaine Brock, limited, like he matters. Stephon Diggs, limited in practice with his groin/ankle injury. He made the trip to London. I just kind of hope he doesn't play, honestly. Let him have 2 bye weeks in a row. Let's get this kid 100% for the home stretch, and we'll be rocking it, because we really don't need Diggs, right? Michael Floyd, hamstring injury, limited. If we have Floyd play, that'd be good. Also, in our two receivers, we have Treadwell and Floyd. First of all, that's a massive size difference. Those are two great run blockers, and they should be able to win those jump balls. Even though Quan Treadwell hasn't done that great of doing that thus far. But that'd be a decent matchup, and we get Floyd more reps with our first team offense, which he needs. So I think that's what I would really like. Just let Diggs take that week off. Like if Zimmer's doing like, hey man, if you're feeling it at all, if it's tight at all, just take the week off. I know you're a competitor. We love having you on the field, but we're playing against preschoolers this week. We don't want you to trip during sidelines and shatter your knee like all of our other quarterbacks going to be doing. So just take it easy. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Get 100%. But I think he might play because Diggs is kind of that guy. But at the very least, be in a limited role. I want to see a lot of Michael Floyd and Quan Treadwell this week. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Of course, Thielen, but he's another guy to just take the bye. But he'll play a lot. But I want to see a lot of Treadwell and Floyd, of course. Treadwell has a toe injury, but he had full participation, so he's just kind of on there. So let's look at these god-awful Browns stats, and it's kind of a joke throughout. So let's start offensively. Consistency, like we said at the top. 32nd in the league with 14.7 points average a game. Slinging it. What studs in offense. Their yard per game, a little bit better. 24th ranked, 304.9 yards a game. Pass yards, 212.6 pass yards. Rush yards, 92.3 is 25th. So consistently 20 or below. And they just can't get the ball in the end zone, as it's highlighted with only 14 points a game. My God, that's bad. The Vikings had an awful offense last year, and we were much better than that. The Browns defensively, which people are saying, well, sure, their offense is god-awful, but their defense is okay. Kinda. I guess kinda. Let's look at this. 24th ranked defense. That's okay. They give up 24 points a game. Their yards is okay. This is where they get it. They get yards. 304.7 yards a game against them. 221. I guess in the air, that's 15. So that's average. And they do have a pretty good rush defense. 83.7 rush yards a game against them, which is 6. So that's really good. Their pass yards is right at average. And total, they aren't bad. So they give up points a game because their offense is so bad that they're giving up bad field position. So his defense is honestly pretty solid. If the Vikings offense can't move the ball at all, and maybe if our defense slips up, it could lead to a few decent Browns drives and make our defense struggle enough, or our offense struggle enough. It could lead to almost not a blowout, but I don't think we should have much of a problem in this one. Those are like some of their best players. Let's look at their quarterbacks, plural. The Vikings aren't the only team that has to start lots of quarterbacks, boys. They got their quarterback with the most attempts, Deshaun Kaiser, 179 attempts. He completed 93 of those for 965 yards, a 52% average. Oh my God, that's god awful. 3 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. People want a 1-to-4 ratio, but the other way around, bud. Oh my God, that's god awful. As long as in the year 38, got sacked 12 times. And again, no Joe Thomas. That's one thing we have to cover. I think he's out the year, so that sucks for the Browns. He's their best player for the last like 2 decades. Kevin Hogan, their other quarterback, I think he's their best one. 75 attempts, he completed 46 of them. 517 yards, a 6.9 average, which is the best across the board. 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, so almost 1-to-1, which is better than the other 2. As long as 49, I think he's their best option and should be the one starting. His rating is 71.9 compared to Kaiser, who's 47.8, and Cody Kessler is 50.5. So Hogan is probably their best option. Kessler, he's thrown the ball 19 times, completed 10 of them. So right around half of his completion, 52.6, 6.4 average, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. a solid infinite touchdown or infinite interceptions to touchdown ratio, so we love that. If I'm the Browns coach, I don't know why Kevin Hogan isn't the starter. I know Kaiser was the second round rookie or something like that. They want him to go and be the guy, and if he struggles this year, that's fine. But you don't then need to put him under center right away. Let the kid grow. Kevin Hogan isn't supposed to be the guy, but he's got something. He's a second-year player, so he's got a little bit more experience. And yeah, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions isn't great, but it's better than 3 and 11. Maybe let the kid grow. All right, so let's go to the Browns running game. Their best running back, Isaiah Crowell. 91 attempts for 287 yards, 3.2 average. His long was only 17 on the year and 0 touchdowns. That is god awful. That is some Matt Asiata level god awfulness. At least Matt Asiata would have 5 touchdowns if he was starting. And I don't know why they didn't go after him. They have a solid offensive line, especially when they had Joe Thomas, right? That's gonna make every offensive line look good. Now Duke Johnson and their number 2 running back, his numbers aren't very great, but he's kind of Jerick McKinnon. He has a very good yards per attempt average, and he's their leading receiver. Let's look at his stats: 28 attempts for 143 yards. That's a 5.1 average. As long as only 19, but he's got 2 touchdowns. They don't have a single 20-plus yard run all year. Their running game is abysmal. It's god awful throughout. And we have one of the best rush defenses in the league. We could easily bold prediction under 50 yards rushing for the Vikings. We're gonna absolutely stuff them every single play on the ground. It's gonna be abysmal over there in London, where you watch the game at 8:30. Oh my god! Comment down. Let's do a poll right now. I think it's over there or over there. I'm not forget. But are you guys gonna get up at 8:30 for this Vikings game? I will, because I have to. It's a Vikings, so I love them. But it's a Sunday. Are you guys really? If you guys are partiers, you guys can go out, have a bomb Saturday night, and then get up after you go up at the club till 3 a.m. and watch the Vikings and 5 hours of sleep. Probably. We love the Vikes. Do that poll just for fun. And yeah, let's move through receiving. And Duke Johnson, their leading receiver, has 32 receptions on the year, 314 yards and 9.8 yards per reception, average as long as 41 and 1 touchdown. So he is kind of a threat, a lot like Jerick McKinnon, and they love throwing little checkdowns to him. Ricardo Lewis, their number 2 receiver, 21 receptions for 250 yards. The guy that's supposed to be the number 1 receiver, Kenny Britt, 10 receptions for 128 yards. What the? How awful are you? I know your quarterbacks are god awful. The receiving help around them is god awful. Their tight ends are okay. Their line's okay. But my god, where is this? I don't think this is a football team. The rookie I'm kind of looking forward to, David Njoku. I believe he was one of their first-round picks. He's looking okay on the year. 16 receptions at 176 yards, 3 touchdowns. He is their tight end that's pretty solid. A good overall skill package. Let's look at their leading defenders. Christian Krasitsky has 59 tackles. Joe Suber's right behind him at 58. Their leading sacker is 4 with yo boy Myles Garrett, who probably won't even be playing that game. So we really don't have much to look for at all for threats defensively or offensively. Xavier Rhodes, the guy that loves to go on a number 1 receiver, might just be kind of sleeping on his side of the field. Because no way these awful Browns quarterbacks will be having any type of pressure for Rhodes. This better be a game where Trey Waynes goes out there and gives up less than 60 yards on his guy. He better look really good. This might be a game, since the Browns are so stupid, they might still target Rhodes. So Rhodes could be a game where he gets 2 or 3 interceptions, so look forward to that. Harrison Smith will be flying around doing everything too. This should be not even a close game. It should be absolutely destroyed. Since the Browns have a solid defense like we've seen, it probably won't be as high. Do you guys think the Vikings will get over 30 points? That's another question I'll throw out there. It'll be close, because since the Vikings defense is so good and the Browns offense, it looks like they should be playing Division II high school. I think Our defense will give us such good field position that we won't need to get lots of yards. But since we'll be starting the ball at the 50-yard line on the other side of the field, might be able to get a few big plays and within field goal range a lot. So I think we'll only punt like 3 times this game. We'll get a lot of field goals, maybe hit another 4 or 5 field goal game, but also 2 or 3 touchdowns sprinkled in there as well. So I'm thinking overall, let's give the Vikings right at 30, Browns 6. We'll give up. We'll get some garbage time, something or another. Maybe a couple field goals late in the 4th quarter. But there we have it. Against our number 2 guys, I'll give the Browns a few points. But that's it. 30-6. Tell me your score prediction in the comment section down below. And like always, see you guys in the next JOZ Vikings video. See ya.